Greetings, my curious friend. Hope you're doing well, feeling energized and ready for a look into the future. What if I told you humans could live 200 years and still look like you're in your 20s? Would you believe me? It might actually be possible, and it could all come down to one small change we can make today, right now, which I will reveal at the end of this video. Picture this future. You wake up and your smart bed has already analyzed your sleep patterns, heart rate, and even tiny changes in your cells overnight. Your smart mirror scans your face and tells you your biological age, comparing it to your calendar age. Your smartwatch isn't just counting steps, it's tracking your blood's health markers, monitoring how well your cells are fighting aging. Even your smart toilet analyzes your health on the spot through stool samples, checking your gut health and spotting early signs of diseases before you could feel a thing. Your phone buzzes with a report. Good morning, your cellular age decreased by 0.3 years this week. Here is your longevity plan for today. Sounds like a science fiction, right? You are probably wondering, how is this even possible? But some of these technologies are already here, and others are closer than you might think. Today, we are going to explore the current and future science of human longevity, what people die from, what aging really is, how humanity might counter it, and which companies and technologies are trying to make it happen. So, let's get started. Before we get microscopic, let's zoom out and appreciate what your body actually achieves across a lifetime. If you live to the global average of around 80 years, your body will beat your heart almost 3 billion times. Expand and relaxes your lungs more than 670 million times, fueling your cells with vital oxygen. Processes over 44,000 kilograms of food. That's the weight of 9 elephants. Filters over 5.2 million liters blood thanks to your kidneys quietly working to clean your body. And shed enough hair that placed end to end would stretch over 400 kilometers. That is as far as New York to Washington DC or from London to Paris. All of this happens beneath the surface, driven by trillions of cells dividing, healing, and regenerating non-stop. But if our bodies are so perfectly engineered, why do we wear out? Why must we age and die? To answer this, we have to zoom in to the world within you. Your body holds around 37.2 trillion cells, more than the stars in the Milky Way. And the only reason you stay alive is because these cells keep dividing. They multiply to replace the damaged tissues, fighting infections, rebuilds muscles, even help you think. But here's a twist. With every division, every repair attempt leaves a scar. Over time, these microscopic flaws add up, and that's when aging begins. Every time a cell divides, its protective DNA caps called telomere gets a little shorter. Imagine telomere like a plastic tips on your shoelace. When they wear down, the shoelace frays and eventually it's useless. When your telomere shrinks too short, your cells can't divide anymore. This means slower healing, more cellular errors, and tissue breakdown. So who's tackling this? Companies like Telocite and rejuvenation technologies are developing ways to restore or preserve telomeres, potentially giving cells a young again signal. Your cells make energy using tiny power stations called mitochondria. But there is a cost. Every time they create energy, they also produce free radicals, unstable molecules that bounce around, damaging everything in their path, including your DNA, proteins, membranes. This is called oxidative stress, and it is like rusting from within. In small amounts, your body handles it fine, but over decades, it becomes chronic and deadly. Oxidative stress is now linked to cancer mutations, cardiovascular diseases, and even faster brain aging. Who's fighting back? Companies like Elysium Health and Matrix Bio are designing compounds that supercharge mitochondrial health and lower the internal rust, protecting your body from the inside out. Proteins are some of the most incredible shapeshifters in your body, but with a critical twist. Imagine starting with a sheet of paper. With the right folds, the same paper can become a swan, a frog, a crane, a flower, each with a distinct function. Proteins work the same way, made from the same building blocks, which are amino acids. But their final shape determines everything they do. Here's the secret. Once a protein picks its shape, it's locked in. That's its job for life. Each unique fold creates a specialized tool. Some protein becomes enzymes, the body's chemical reaction speedster. Some fold into antibodies, the defenders that identify and neutralize invaders like bacteria or viruses. Others form receptors, acting as locks on your cell that only the right molecular key can open. Some become structural proteins like collagen, building your skin, bones, and connective tissues, and many are hormones, messengers that control growth, metabolism, and mood. Your body makes thousands of different protein types. Each is folded with its own unique instructions, shapes, and purpose. But as we age, the folding process sometimes goes wrong. Once misfolded, a protein can snap back or become something new. It's stuck like an origami frog that can never become a prince again. These misshapen proteins can pile up and clump together inside your cells, especially the brain, forming toxic junk that disrupts everything around it. This buildup is a major culprit in the diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Who's tackling this? Innovators like Denali Therapeutics and Acumen Pharmaceuticals are working on a new medicine designed to remove these protein clumps and keep your body's shape-shifting tools working right. Some damaged cells stop dividing but refuses to die. These are called senescent cells, often referred to as zombie cells. Instead of repairing or replacing tissues, they just sit there, releasing inflammatory chemicals that damage nearby cells, mess with signals, and accelerate aging. They build up in the organs, joints, skins, even in your brains. Who's fighting these zombies? Biotechnology companies like Unity and Ocean are pioneering Senolytics, a new class of drugs designed to find and remove harmful zombie cells. Unity's drug UBX1325, for example, is already showing real results in human trials for treating diabetic eye disease by clearing these zombie cells from the retina. But that's just the start. Scientists are going bigger. They're now trying to rewind aging itself. Genetic interventions are targeting powerful genes like FOXO, sirtuins, and mTOR, which regulates cellular repair, metabolism, and stress resistance. In mice, tweaks to these genes have extended lifespan by 30 to 50%. Cellular reprogramming using Yamanaka factors is being studied as a way to reset an adult cell to a younger state, almost like pressing undo on the aging process. CRISPR gene editing, AI-designed molecules, and tissue engineering are also accelerating faster than ever, bringing breakthroughs once thought impossible within. Why does this matter? Because all these cellular breakdowns eventually lead to what doctors call the four horsemen of aging. Heart diseases like heart attacks, strokes, blocked vessels. The next is cancer, mutated cells growing out of control. And the third is the neurodegenerative diseases like our Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, memory loss. The fourth is diabetic and metabolic damage, which is chronic sugar dysfunction that damages every major organ. Most people don't die simply from old age. They die from what aging causes. But what if we stopped seeing these diseases separate problems and understood them as symptoms of a deeper issue, aging itself? What if we could delay, slow, or even reset the biological clock right down to the cellular level? Because that's exactly what pioneering companies, scientists, and technologies are trying to do. And as we explore further, we are not just imagining future, we are stepping right into it. Imagine this, you wake up tomorrow and before even starting your day, your AI-powered health system has already run a full checkup quietly. While you slept, your smart bed quietly monitored your heart rate, breathing patterns, and your heart rate variability. Companies like Dozy, Zense by WakeFit, and Centrella are developing smart beds that track vital signs passively without any wires or variables, giving you a window into your overnight health. Your daily boring routine becomes a powerful health check. Your smart toothbrush checks for bacterial imbalances in your mouth. Researchers at Stanford have even developed smart toilets that analyze urine and stool in real time, checking up to 10 different biomarkers to detect early signs of kidney diseases, diabetes, and even cancer. Your biosensors clothing tracks your temperature, hydration, and muscle tension throughout the day. Companies like AidMed provides chest-worn sensors that continuously monitors your body physiological parameters all in real time. And that's amazing. All of this data flown seamlessly to AI platforms like those built by Tempus, which houses one of the largest clinical and molecular data libraries on Earth. The AI can sequence DNA, detect patterns in cancer cells, and recommend the best drug combinations on the planet instantly. Why this matters? You're not just seeing a doctor once a year, you're getting a personalized care every single day, every moment of the day. Subtle changes in your body, often invisible until it's too late, are flagged by AI, giving you and your real physician an early warning. Precision medicine is no longer a future dream, but the logical outcome of everyday tech powered by data and artificial intelligence. What if we could fix aging at its source by changing our DNA itself? Thanks to breakthrough tools like CRISPR, gene editing scientists now have the ability to cut, modify, or rewrite segments of genetic code, something once thought impossible. But it's not theoretical. It's already been used. Researchers have cured sickle cell anemia by programming a molecular scissor called the Cas9 protein to snip out the defective gene and replacing it with a healthy one, like fixing a typo in your body's instruction manual. But CRISPR is just the beginning. Companies like Exscientia and in silico medicines are using artificial intelligence to create precision therapeutic drugs designed to target the root causes of aging, not just the symptoms. Remember the telomeres, the protective cap on the end of your DNA? They get shorter each time a cell divides, leading to aging and eventually cell death. But what if we could rebuild them? Researchers have used something called telomerase gene therapy to extend the life of mice by up to 20% without increasing cancer risk. And in human cells, scientists at Stanford University showed that adding telomerase allowed cells to divide up to 40 more times than untreated cells, essentially restoring their youthful abilities. Even bigger possibilities. Scientists are now pushing further with the cellular programming. New tools like CRISPR, AI designed molecules, DNA sequencing, and tissue engineering are turning ideas once stuck in sci-fi into matters of time. Breakthroughs that once took decades can now happen in months. Imagine a future where the boundaries between the mind and the technology disappears, where thoughts alone effortlessly control devices and connect to the world of knowledge. This is the promise of brain-computer interfaces. The technology is here and it's evolving. Neuralink has already implanted its first brain chip in a human. The patient Nolan Arbaugh, who was paralyzed from the neck down, can now control a computer with his mind alone. Synchron, with its stem throat device, enables people to email, text, and navigate apps just by intent, no movements needed. BlackRock Neurotech is developing high-resolution electrode arrays that allows users to operate robotic arms, type, or surf the web through the brain signals. But imagine where this could go. Instead of searching Google, information could directly flow into your brains, available as soon as you think of a question. It's not just about restoring lost abilities, it's about unlocking superhuman learning. You could access and understand Einstein's theory at their foundation, or master any field directly through mental downloads. With a brain-computer interface, you wouldn't just read about a legendary scientist like Sir Isaac Newton or Einstein or Nikola Tesla. You could experience their insight as if they were your own. This could accelerate human progress exponentially. One person could master cooking, medicine, music, engineering, art, all by accessing the vast repository of human knowledge with their mind. This isn't science fiction anymore. Multiple companies including Neuralink, Synchron, and BlackRock Neurotech are developing the technology to make this possible, potentially within our lifetimes. Why does that matter? Think about it. If Sir Isaac Newton or Nikola Tesla had today's instant access to all human knowledge powered by AI and real-time brain-computer interfaces, what could they have achieved? Throughout history, humans' greatest limitations wasn't imagination, it was the ability to access and process everything we have learned. Brain-computer interfaces could finally remove that barrier, letting anyone harness the full power of collective human discovery at the speed of a thought. Here is the most exciting part, something scientists call the longevity escape velocity. This is the moment when medical progress begins to outpacing time itself. Right now, for each year that passes, we gain 3 months of additional life expectancy. But some researchers believe we are approaching a tipping point. A longevity escape velocity means that for every 1 year you live, medicine adds more than 1 year to your remaining life expectancy. In other words, the longer you live, the longer you would continue to live. Think of it like this. If you are 30 years old now and you have 50 years left to live, what if scientific progress is so fast that by the time you are 40, you still have 60 years left to go? You're outrunning age indefinitely. Longevity researchers like Aubrey D. Gray believes we could reach this threshold within our lifetime. Harvard genetist George Church and futurist Ray Kurzweil estimate it could happen as soon as 2030. That's less than a decade away. Let's look at the technology pushing us towards the velocity. Organovo has successfully 3D printed working liver and kidney tissues in the lab. Syncardia creates artificial hearts already, saving lives today. Medtronic, Abbott, and Boston Scientific are producing high-performance bionic parts, monitoring, regulating, and even replacing organ functions. In 2023, the artificial organ market was worth around $32 billion. It's projected to reach $93 billion by 2032. At the same time, pharmaceutical giants and tech titans like Google, Amazon are investing billions into the longevity biotech space, fueling breakthroughs in genetics, nanotech, and cellular repair. This isn't just science, it's becoming serious business. But one big question remains. All of this brings incredible promise, but there is also a big question we must ask ourselves. Who gets to benefit? If these breakthroughs only go to the wealthy or the powerful, we could enter an era where long life and all its advantages are reserved for a selective few. Which brings us to the most important segment of it all. How might your life actually change if this future belongs to you? Let's fast forward. You made it. You are healthy, active and thriving, At 130 years old, here is what a typical morning might look like in your 200 years life. You wake up in your AI-assisted smart bedroom. It adjusted your optimal temperature, humidity and oxygen level while you slept, adapting automatically as your body shifted through sleep cycles. While you were dreaming, microscopic nanobots silently patrolled your bloodstream, removing arterial plaques, senescent cells, and repairing tiny breaks in your DNA, strand by strand. You didn't even notice, but you woke up feeling renewed. Your smart toilet instantly analyzes your waste, not just for hydration or gut health, but for early biomarkers of cancer, inflammation, and metabolic imbalance. That data goes straight to your AI physician, who compares it against millions of profiles in real time. You get an instant message: inflammatory marker lightly elevated, optimizing meal for your anti-inflammatory support. And then you get a precision breakfast. You move to the kitchen where your AI nutritionist serves a custom 3D printed breakfast designed exactly for your DNA, current hormone levels, microbiome, and long-term longevity plan. In this world, we are not just living longer. We are living bionic, optimized, and evolving. But there is a catch. There's a darker side to all of this. If access to these life-extending technologies is limited to only the wealthy or the powerful, we risk creating a divide far greater than anything we have seen before. Think about the dictators living for hundreds of years by enslaving people. And if those in power also control the life extension, they may be able to hold control indefinitely, living centuries while others are left behind to suffer. So, who does this belong to? Or it makes sense. It only makes sense when this technology could benefit all of us, not just a select few. My friend, you might be thinking that I'm exaggerating. This all sounds like a science fiction, but the truth is, it's closer than ever. And all it takes is one small change. We need to start valuing the people who wear white coats more than the people who walk the red carpets. That's it. That's the change that could accelerate everything else. Rethink who we should celebrate. Think about all the brilliant young minds who could have become scientists or researchers, but didn't, because our world or society tends to reward status, style, fame, and entertainment far more than breakthroughs, lab work, or data. What if scientists were treated like athletes? What if medical researchers were interviewed on late night shows, featured on magazine covers for saving lives, or trending on social media for curing a disease, not going viral for a dance moves or a prank? The knowledge exists, the tools are here. What's missing is our culture. That seriously supports, celebrates the people working to save and extend our lives to make humanity's progress better. This is one cultural mindset shift that could change everything. If medical milestones were treated like sports scores, if front-line researchers were recognized like celebrities, how far could we go? And how fast could we get there? So that's a question I ask you, my friend. My friend, while the science races towards the future, you don't have to wait. You can meet it halfway. Here is what you can do starting today to increase both your lifespan and your health span. First is to get regular health screening. Early detection saves lives. Blood tests, cancer scans, heart checkups. Don't delay them. Catch silent threats before they become serious. 2 is to eat a Mediterranean diet. Backed by decades of study, this reduces risk of deadly diseases and supports long-term vitality. Focus on vegetables, healthy oils like olive oil and avocado, whole grain nuts and legumes, Lean proteins like fish or egg. Move your body every day. Even 20 minutes of light movement can reduce your risk of early death by 35%, my friend. Walk, stretch, dance, just don't sit your lifespan away because you are too precious, my friend. Next is to prioritize your sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Sleep doesn't just recharge you, it repairs your brain, strengthens your heart, and sharpens your memory. Next is to manage your stress. Chronic stress shaves years of your life. It damages your DNA, weakens immunity, and accelerates aging. Build in mindfulness, journaling, meditation, breath work, or whatever helps you soften the noise. For me, it's boxing. It could be something else for you. Avoid smoking and minimize alcohol. Despite all the breakthroughs, tobacco and alcohol remains among the world's leading killers. Don't let your future be stolen away by the past. My dear friend, most of us may not get to the benefit from everyday breakthrough in longevity science, but our children might. Maybe you might. And the longer you live, the more likely you're going to cross that bridge into the future that we talked about today. So, if you want to see that future, if you want to live it, then stay alive long enough to meet it. And thank you so much. And I thank you very deeply for spending your time with me today. And if you found value in this video, I would be honored to have you as a subscriber if you haven't already subscribed, my friend. We are here building something for the curious mind, kind and committed to imagining a better future for everyone. And my wish for you is for you to stay strong, stay curious, and above all, stay in the story. And please take good care of yourself. And I love you, my friend. Take care.
Life is a journey towards death. Along the way, we experience loss and pain. So much pain, it's hard to live without it. Conversations like this reminds me of one of my favorite songs, Hurt. Listening to Trent Reznor's version, it aches with raw loneliness of depression. And sometimes it's Johnny Cash, every note heavy with regrets and emptiness of a grand, successful life, outlasting so many loved ones. It's the same song, the same words, but the pain is so different. Trent's voice speaks to those battling addictions and emptiness today, while Johnny's belongs to those who have seen many years, lost much, and carry an old, gentler sorrow that never fully fades. Pain is always with us, no matter how long or short our lives. What changes is why we feel it and how we respond. Even in a world where people live 200 years, loss remains. As loved ones fade, we wonder, what does it all mean? Maybe, just maybe, the story of us is always unfinished, no matter how many years we have. Perhaps real meaning is found in sharing this journey, seeking truth, and passing the torch to the next generation while living fully. Here is a favorite line from a Bollywood movie. Baba Moshai, Zindagi badi honi chahiye, lambi nahi. It means life should be big, my friend. It doesn't have to be long to have meaning. Whether you live for a moment or a century or even two, I'm grateful for this fleeting intersection. Through your screen, your headphones, or the strange magic of the internet, I'm honored that our lives touched. They say a person dies twice, once when their heart stops and again when their name is forgotten. As long as you remember me, as long as our stories brush against each other, I and my dreams live on through you, just like our ancestors live on through us. I pass my dreams of a better world to you, and thank you for holding them. Thank you for being here, for sharing your time, and for carrying the vision of a bigger, kinder world. And please take good care of yourself, my friend. Let's make this life, be it short or long, as big and beautiful as we can. Meaning is yours to define, and it's for you to find, not the world to decide. With love, your friend and my life.